Alright, hello and welcome to another Angry Yarns YouTube simulator. Today we are going to, we're going to take care of this beautiful car, finally. We're going to do a little bit of work on it. It needs some body work on it. I don't know, I can't really tell, but apparently it needs body work done. Repairer replace body, front bumper, front left door, front left fender, rear bumper, rear headlight. Car is loud, so needs exhaust. Spray it with exhaust spray it with factory paint and do the exhaust. We have the paint bay, which is directly in front of the car, and we need to purchase that, and we need to unlock that. So we're gonna get this headlight, the bumper, front fender, front left door, front left fender, rear bumper. What did this person do? Bringing it into a mechanic shop for this? I don't know, I'm not a body shop, I'm just a grease mechanic. I don't know, apparently we're turning into a body shop, I guess. We're turning into all kinds of parts. I didn't know the body shop was really here. Well, I guess I did, but I didn't really look too much into it. Like, look how many doors we got. Wow. I gotta go find the right car part and the right door. I don't think I'm really going to be able to find it with this. There we go. Yeah. And M8 left rear door. Need a left front door. I need to go up. And yep. Front left door. $400. Purchase it. There we go. And we can put this door onto here. Assemble body mode, number 2 on the keyboard. No, all that door is 60%, you know. What'd you do? Can't just buff that right out? Alright, we got a front bumper, $250. Left fender, $150. Front right headlight, $100. And now we will assemble all of this. I don't know, it looks like the factory color to me. It looks like it came to the right color. It looks like we did the right job already. You know, we gotta go number 2 on the keyboard before we click on the vehicle. And then we can click on the vehicle and assemble all of this stuff back together. There we go. Okay, so repair right headlight and rear bumper. Oh yeah, I put the wrong one in. Right. That's why I didn't have 2 of them. I had to get the right headlight and put the left one back on there. And do the correct headlight. Now we're going to go and purchase, place the one that we purchased onto the vehicle. And we're going to go back and get this rear bumper. Go normal mode and assemble body mode. We're going to take this rear bumper and go and purchase one. So rear bumper, $250, and we apply, which is entered, and we purchase a bumper. Yay! Alright, place the rear bumper onto there. What was this person Grand Theft Autoing it out there? Okay, spray it with factory color paint, and car is loud. Right, so we got a couple things to do. Car's loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 or 8 parts we have to replace with car is loud. We're going to get this over onto lifter. We're going to start with the work on the car is loud, just in case we damage anything. Going to see what we can take apart on this beautiful vehicle and see what we can replace. Oh yeah, looks like, see, I was talking about one of those before. Got a brake servo finally. Yay! Okay. Oh wait, no, I think I switched that out before. Never mind. Okay. Well, we'll have one in the future and I'll celebrate then. So everything looks pretty good in here. I don't think we can take too much, but we're probably going to make some pretty good mistakes on this vehicle, so I kind of have a feeling that it might be in another one of those that's going to Car is not in good not worst condition that it arrived. Not in good enough condition to leave. That's pretty much what I'm trying to... You know, tie front sway links look good, and tying the vehicle back together here by placing... No, we're going to take it apart. And we're going to take this front shock absorber off. And we're going to get the don't touch me noise while we place this 21% front shock absorber onto this vehicle. And then we are going to go ahead and place the front shock absorber cap. There's that 4% back onto the vehicle. And we're going to go and do a bit of zoom. And get the link, front end link onto here. And 2 bolts, one at the top, one at the bottom. Now we are going to place the lovely tire over here. And have a look at the brakes and have a look at everything here. Okay. Got a couple things here from the other parts of cars. Yeah. I don't know. We might go deep on this one. Don't touch me noise. Get the cap back off of there. Gonna get the front shock absorber back off of there. Gonna get this caliper off of here. Gonna get the brake pads, the brake disc, the hub. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Get this cap, and we'll get the wheel. The hub, the wheel, already came off. We're gonna get the hub. And lower suspension arms, so we have to raise it up. We're gonna remove this tire over here first. 5 bolts. And we're going to take this link off of here. We're going to take this front shock absorber cap off with the don't touch me noise. Take the front shock absorber out of there. Now we're going to take the caliper out of here. We're going to take the brake pads out of here. We're going to take the brake disc ventilator out here. We're going to take the center bearing out of there after we get the don't touch me noise a couple times. We're going to the cap, the hub cap, wrong part on this vehicle, so it has a hub cap, and I'm going to take the knuckle out of here. Hopefully. I don't know, we're going to raise up the car, we're going to get the car in the air, we're going to get these lower control arms out of here, and we're going to see what we can do. And what kind of damage we can do. We are. Okay. Got a couple of nuts undo. Now we have the front knuckle, and we're going to get rid of this one. And we're going to get rid of this front wheel hub. We're going to get these 3 bolts. Yeah. There we go. Brake disc ventilated. Brake pads. Oh, we're not doing too bad for the brake pads. We got 75%. And 74% for lowest on the caliper. So we're doing pretty good on our exchange program. Lower suspension arm. Gonna get the lowest quality, lowest suspension arm onto the vehicle. And here we are. We're gonna get this front suspension, front shock absorber on there after. Well, we might do the front sway bar while we're at it. We already have everything removed, detached. I don't know. We'll take a look. Might be on the... There we go. Okay. Now we will go back to assemble mode and get the front sway bar into there. We're going to try to do a front tie rod, inner tie rod end. Just throw everything that we can onto this vehicle and see if it leaves the shop. Probably won't, but we're going to try it. And we'll spend a little bit of time fixing what we have to fix after. I have a real good feeling that we're slapping way too much on it here, but we're going to do it. Going to test it to the limit. So we're going to get a front wheel hub on here. 3 nuts so we have to put back on. We're going to get the front brake disc ventilated on. And look, pretty good condition. We have a lot of them laying around. Usually you'd just be tossing them out or something. So I can use all of this for future projects. Pretty good. brake caliper. There we go. Got the 2 nuts, or 2 bolts back into there. I get the... Made a bit of an error there. Gonna go with these pads. Take the pads back off. And go back over here. Take these pads off. And we'll take this brake disc off, maybe. Then I'm gonna go over and take the oil filter off instead. And you're hearing a bit of background noise. That's my cat playing with his cat tree. Loves that thing. Well, we're going to go back to assemble mode here, and we're going to do a bit of a menu switch by accident. We've got the front shock absorber. He's got a little mouse on there. He loves attacking it. He attacks it all the time. He climbs up with all 20 claws, and he goes up and down, and he just hangs off of it like a little spider. Spider key. Awesome cat. Just 1 year old though. Poor little boy. Mother made me adopt him by dropping him off at my back door last winter. Okay. We're gonna get these the front end put back together. There he goes again on the country. We're gonna get the muffler taken apart here. We got a lot of parts to disassemble, which is part of the car is loud issue. So I'm hoping that maybe these parts would equate to how much we did damage to the front end there by removing all of the components that we replaced with garbage components. So we're gonna see what kind of issues we're gonna have. I don't know. It seems like this person really went into a ditch or something. They messed up the whole left side, the door, the muffler on the left, the tailpipe on the left, the bottom on the... These tailpipes aren't even good, like the catalytic converter up here, and the exhaust up here, and middle muffler section, and yeah, for the front exhaust manifold that we have to do. And God's just going crazy on that thing right now. We got one part that's not discovered on this list here at the very top. Everything in the bottom is the replace body has been corrected, and we'll do the spray it with factory color at the very end. So we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty good. We just got that exhaust manifold to take out of, and we have to lower the car back down. So we're going to lower the car back down onto the ground with the hoist, and the hoist is going to go back down. And there we are. You know, speaking about cats, in this video, there's a part that I had a cat that was crying outside for hours, and I looked out, and there's a mom cat laying on the street. She's okay, but she's just laying down on the sidewalk. I should be more correct with my word. It's not the street, but she's laying out in front of my house, which is the front street. So I just kind of called it that. But she's laying out on the sidewalk, and there's a tree. I have a large tree, and up in the tree was a little baby kitten up there. I don't know how the kitten got up there, but poor little kitten was up there crying, and the tree was kind of in level with my window here, and so I basically had a little kitten crying into my window for hours. And at about this time, it was about 3 a.m. and another half an hour, I kind of did the recording for a little bit because I was wondering why I was crying. What's going on? And earlier today, I happened to notice earlier in that day, not today, I did the voiceover a little bit later. Earlier in that day, I happened to notice the mom cat laying out there just staring into my house. And I'm like, okay, well, that's really weird. Why is a mom cat just staring into my house, right? So, okay, whatever. I just, I didn't think of anything of it, really. Like, I didn't hear the cat crying at that time. It was the afternoon, and okay, right? Now it's 3 a.m. I can clearly hear this cat crying, and poor little thing. So it's stuck in the tree, and I have to go out there. Look at another vehicle with the exact same problem, but this one's probably aged and worn down. It looks like it definitely has some age and wear there with the muffler and exhaust. but we're going to take care of it. We have replaced engine oil, running gear, control arm, fuel. Hello? Car is loud, and muffler. Hello? And some other stuff. Okay, so back to the, this vehicle. We're going to go and do a little bit more work at the back end and cause ourselves a bit of a nightmare in the future, I think, but that's okay. So back to the little kitten. The kitten was stuck in the tree, and I had to go out there at 3:30 a.m. and call some services to come out and get the tree, and I called, dispatched somebody to come and take the cat out of the tree, who had a ladder that would actually reach up the tree, and people who were actually trained to remove items in this kind of situation. So, well, kind of a little bit of a waste of their time, but I kind of felt like that was a waste of their time. But you know, the poor kitty was up there all day. Like, the mom was out there before, I know that. So, you know, it took a bit of time when they arrived to find the cat, and we found the cat in the tree, and we took the cat down, and, well, they took the cat down, I just watched, and, yeah, poor little kitty, and, you know, a few days went by, and my neighbors were talking, and the cat got stuck in another tree, one street over. Huh? Isn't that amazing? Oh, what a cat. So someone called and got the cat down. See what I'm doing? I'm trading the parts, and you know, I'm putting the good on the good where the bad was, and the bad where the good is, as long as it passes some criteria that we need. I forget the criteria. I got lost in talking about the cat. But yeah, the cat got down on the tree again, and then it came to my door, and then I've been just kind of socializing it, and see, we 85% is minimum condition that we need, so we got 88% here, and we're gonna be we're looking okay for some of these parts. But you know, I took some time, and I got that cat socialized, and I trained it to come and eat. And I don't have many cats that I feed, but I have a lot of stray cats, and but yeah, I was able to get this cat some food and get it on its way, and came around, and it hung around in the garden for me. It helped me remove all my onions this year, and it sat there sleeping behind me and purring, and I wish I could take them all in, but you know, who's gonna pay for all of their bills? Everyone says get insurance, but how much do you think insurance is per month per cat? More than a vehicle. Okay, so we're going to get this middle muffler on here. We're going to replace one of these with better condition, and replace the other one with better condition, because we don't really have a choice in this situation. We don't have many of these laying around, so now we're going to have some of them laying around to be able to trade them around for catalytic converter, and exhaust manifold is what we need. And, you know, it's looking pretty good right here, but we got the check marks for the rest of what we were doing. We got the two catalytic converters that we're going to get 100% condition back out of there, so that should help our overall issue that we're going to have later on in between trying to get the cat there. And that's a really long list. Wow. So we're going to go buy two of these, because I had two of them laying around, and I just replaced them. I think I had two of them. Oh well, we're going to have two extra. Doesn't matter. Pretty sure I just had two of them laying around, but can't remember. Got lost in talking about the cat. Wasn't really paying attention to the video. So there we are. Now we're going to talk about this engine a bit. We're going to go ahead and place this exhaust manifold back on. That's what we need, a V8 exhaust manifold. So we're going to go back over to our handy computer. Type in manifold. Mani for exhaust manifold. V8 is what we need. Enter. And that costs us a little bit of money, but not too much. Now we're going to get the 100% on here. We could just trade it from side to side, maybe. What do you think? Yeah? We're going to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 volts. Okay, so we're going to put the garbage one onto this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 7, 8. Okay, perfect. Now, we'll go ahead and we'll place the exhaust manifold back onto this side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay. Got all the check marks. All we have to do now is spray it with factory color and assemble the vehicle back together. And then we'll have, you know, everything. We're going to do a bit of a save too. I've been playing this for a while without saving it, so can never be too careful with these video games. We're going to purchase $10,000. We got a paint shop. Look at that. Beautiful. Now we got all the tape down finally. Oh, look at this beautiful car. Beautiful. It's alternator, camshaft, flywheel, rocker arm is what we need to replace. Need the exhaust replaced, and I'm pretty sure there's a couple other components for the steering we need to do. So we have a long list, and we have a lot of stuff to do, so we might as well start tearing it down. Maybe alternator there. Nope, don't touch me. We gotta take the fan off. Well, there's 4 bolts there you gotta take off. Now you gotta take the there. Now this alternator. That belt came off. No. Not looking too bad, right? Got a few things off there. Don't think the alternator is the same, but we're gonna... Oh. What do you know? Let's see. Take this off. Gonna place this back on. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Look at that. Look. And we're definitely messing this car up way too much, but that's okay. Well, we'll play around with it for a little bit. That's fine. That's fine. Not a big deal. As long as we get this one out of here, and it's okay. So alternator, camshaft, flywheel, rocker arm, place engine oil, running gear. You know, the list goes on and on. Cars loud. You know, why don't you just throw it away? I don't know. Maybe they bought this and they were like, oh, this is a nice... Well, it is a kind of a... Don't touch me. It is kind of a nice car, so... But... And, you know, what value are you... They're doing all this work, so... Oh, whatever. We're going to take this one apart. We're going to open up the engine bay. Maybe we'll tear down the whole engine. Rip everything out. Just for fun. I don't know. We'll see. See what we're gonna do today. Take these rocker arms off here. This will take every single one off. Don't touch me noise. That just comes off as one giant piece, so I guess we don't take anything off individually. I'm just gonna take these off. There we go. Rocker arm, rocker arm, rocker arm, rocker arm. Perfect. We got them all off. Rocking and rolling off. Rocking, twisting, bolting, unbolting. We're gonna unbolt this for fun. I don't know. Just take everything apart. We're not a trained mechanic, so everything comes out. You come out, you come out, you come out, you come out. The rods are coming all out. There we go. So, we'll take all of these out. Valve push rods. Oh, yes, don't touch me noise. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take the exhaust manifold apart. Completely unnecessary, but we're going to do it. Take these wires off of here. Take the spark plugs off of here. We're going to get the don't touch me noise a lot. Don't touch me. And take these bolts out of here. Yes. There we are. So, get these bolts. Yeah, more bolts. More. We got one more. There we go. Okay. Oh, what about this? Piston with Conrod? No, it doesn't want to come out. Got more stuff to take out. We got the bottom pad to remove. Everything. Everything's got to come out of here. Wow. Gonna go up in the air, and we're gonna go over to here. We're gonna get the oil drain pan over here. Hopefully we put it in the right position. I think that's right. Looks right. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, looks good. Oil doesn't look very good, but we're not gonna put that much back into there. Nope. No sorry. We're gonna go try to work on the car, but that oil pan's in the way, so we're gonna try to drag it, but can't get it because it's really not fun to deal with. So, but it was a good idea, but you know, just not that fun to deal with. Okay. Well, we gotta take the whole drive shaft apart here. We're gonna try to click back onto it because, well, don't touch me, don't touch me. Okay. We go back there. Click here. Go back to the drive shaft. Remove 4 bolts on the rear. Now we're gonna remove the 4 bolts on the other rear. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we're going to click on the front, and we're going to go back to the this beautiful gearbox. We're going to remove the bolts that are necessary. And we're going to scavenge whatever parts we can out of here. And I think we do have a part to replace in here, maybe. We'll see. The end goal is to scavenge. Yeah, that flywheel doesn't look in a very good condition. 29%. So, yeah, we were given that to begin with. But we were going to scavenge what we can out of there anyways, so, you know, not really the end of the world. Right, now we're going to go over to this part of the engine. We're going to go over and have a little look. That exhaust manifold needs to come off, and camshaft, I don't know, like, it's kind of on the one side, right? So, still gonna take apart the whole engine, I think. Really, you know, yeah. I'm gonna take the oil filter out of there. And I'm gonna put the car back down on the ground. We're gonna take apart more of the engine apart. Yes. We're gonna take all the rocker arms off anyways. So we might as well rip the whole car apart. What's the difference? And only replace one little part in the engine. Well, we'll replace one major part in the bottom of the engine, but we're gonna replace only one of these. Gotta remember where it is though. Don't want to take it off and forget what area it needs to return to. Perfect. There we go. Valve push rods. We gotta remove all of these out of here. Perfect. We're gonna take all of these valve push rods out of here. We're gonna remove all of them. Now we're gonna get these spark plugs out of here. Four spark plugs. Perfect. And we're going to take the, nope, don't touch me noise. We're going to take the exhaust manifold off of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the engine head cover. And we're going to go take the pan off after to be able to take those con rods out, and we're going to take the belt off. We're going to take this steering pump, our steering pump. Remove the crankshaft pulley and get the distributor cap. And don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, because we need clips off of there first. Don't touch me. We need all of these clips off on the other side. Most annoying place to put a clip. Oh, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. There we are. So now we need to go underneath the engine and get this remaining part out of there, and maybe we can, nope, don't touch me. And yeah, not too much else. Alright, now we're gonna go lift the car up and we're gonna get it up into the air. Isn't that something beautiful? Okay, so we'll get the alternator, camshaft, flywheel, rocker arm. Need all of that, and we'll get a lot of garbage parts we gotta get rid of. Got a lot to dismantle. Well, let's get to it. Let's see what we're gonna do here. We go ahead and do something. Go back to the suspension. There we are. Oil pan's coming down. Second volt. Third bolt. Fourth bolt. Fifth bolt. Sixth bolt. Yay! Okay, now we gotta undo these crankshaft. Camshaft and the crankshaft. I forget what they are, those little things that we had to remove first. Piston with con rods are not the object that I'm talking about, but we'll come back and we will remove those after. But we're going to have a little look at the engine bay here because I just want to double check that, you know, first you got to pull this one bar out, but these can come out now, so I think we're, oh, no, there we go. Oh, we're not touching the right area. Perfect. Okay. Now this can come out of here. Nope. There we go. This can come out of here. This can come out of here. Perfect. I think I might be going for the wrong object, but oh well. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take apart the whole engine. We're gonna figure this out. Figure it out. We're gonna figure out where it is together. That's all that matters. Then we'll put it all back together wrong. So we can put all the garbage back on for the wrong parts and keep all the good stuff for ourselves. Yeah, it looks like it would have been way easier if we went from this side, but oh well. Lessons learned. Next time it's the cam gear that we need to take out and not the crankshaft. So there we go. Cam shaft, and the cam gear and the cam gear chain and timing chain or whatever that was at the very beginning. So I don't really know if this engine has one, but I don't really feel like ripping. Kind of do, but at the same time, not really. But we're gonna go ahead and pull it apart because I don't know. There's a tensioner on there we can probably steal, and there's probably maybe a couple pulleys or something. There's something we can steal. I got a feeling there's something. You know, if we just keep on doing stuff, there's got to be something we can take off of here. Just take everything apart. You know, we've taken a lot off of here already, but it's okay. I'm gonna keep taking. Idler pulley, water pump. Take these covers off of here. Gonna take the ignition coil off. We're gonna open up the engine bay. We're gonna see what's in here. We're gonna take these 8 bolts out of here. Number 7, number 8, perfect. Number 9. Well, that one had no mumbo number 9. So camshaft V8. I'm pretty sure this is way different, but take one. What do you think? It's back in here, camshaft V8 OHV. Well, it must be a completely different one. Oh well. So we're gonna go up here. We're gonna type cam up there. So camshaft OHV and camshaft V8 are completely different. Oh. Unfortunately, we can't just trade it from that engine, but that's fine. That'll be okay. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. Go back to assemble mode. You get your 100% part in there. We're going to give you a cam gear, and we're going to replace all of this beautiful engine that we took apart, and we'll get that rocker arm, flywheel, alternator, and general running gear and other things we have to take care of. Okay, we got this alternator, and we're going to put the better one onto here. And ignition distributor rotor. You know, those are the things that you kind of probably shouldn't have taken that alternator off the other one, but oh. Okay, so we got the don't touch me noise timing chain. We're going to put back on timing chain cover. See, it's such a low value. We're in there anyways. Might as well replace the timing chain, right? We had to take the timing chain out. We didn't have to take the rest of the engine apart, but whatever. Our steering pump, we're going to keep that lower percentage one into here, and we're going to go ahead and replace the water pump, and there we go. Okay. Perfect. This water pump onto here. Gonna go and replace the bolts back into here so we can get the proper crankshaft pulley on here next, and we can go ahead and get the radiators in the way, the water pump pulley, and this belt back onto here, serpentine belt. We're going to get this other belt on here, serpentine belt on here. Radiator fan, we're going to get back onto here. Radiators in the way, but this is how a lot of radiators got damaged in the older days, is these radiator fans were so close to the radiator that trying to get these bolts out of there were a nightmare. You had to take the radiator out every time. Who wants to change the radiator fluid every time? You know, if you're there, you're taking out the radiator fluid, you might as well change the radiator fluid. So, piston with con rod, not the very best condition, but we're going to replace it. Engine head, we're going to replace all these bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Engine head. Get it back on. Valve push rod, we're going to start with the lowest quality one. Pretty sure we have leftover ones from other car projects, so rocker arm, and it doesn't really seem like we have any on the list there. So we're going to get rid of the garbage ones into this vehicle, and we're going to make sure that this customer comes back and wants more stuff replaced from us. Ensure that you have repeat business. Cat just came along and drank out of my water. Oh, what a mean. Here, I thought he wanted to come along and cuddle, and nope, I just wanted to take my water. He has fresh water everywhere, but ever since that cat hit water fountain was poisoning my cats, I have a review about that on my YouTube channel here. So ever since I found that out, I had to remove his water fountain, and he's been angry with me since. He got used to it. So it looks like we're going ahead and we're going to do these rocker arms here and try to get some that are within the percentage value on this vehicle. We're going to try to see if we got enough rocker arms replaced in the right areas so we can get ourselves into a green check mark. The green check mark that we need for the vehicle to leave the shop. So yeah, don't touch me. 6 feet. Don't touch me. 47% is minimum condition that we need. Looks like we got one little check mark of the approval so far. So, piston with con rod. Piston with con rod. Get that dipstick out of the way. You know, you got these piston with con rods that are not in very good condition. You should just replace that too. Get a new just get a new engine. Buy a new whole car. Just buy a new car. Buy 10 of them. That way you won't run out. You get a good deal. Buy all 10 at once. You got all 10 vehicles for your lifetime. Maybe you can pass a couple down. So, there you go. Okay. Engine head cover. We got the valve push rods we need to get back into there. Gonna start with the lowest quality part first. Always always roll to the very end first. Here we are, valve push rod. Valve push rod. Does make it easier when you actually know that, you know, all the leftover ones are actually the same, but we're gonna go ahead and follow the procedure and make sure we do the garbage one first. That way we end up with the very best quality at the end. So there we are. Now we're replacing the rocker arms with 47%er, and we're ensuring that we're getting a good condition on here. So perfect. We're perfect. We're gonna get this rocker arm replaced, and we're gonna do a bit more of replacing this engine. Very proud of the work that I have done. Here we are. See, we won't have any rocker arms left over because we haven't purchased any yet. But we should have all the check marks, and I don't think I have one in the correct place. Oops. Now we're going to try to do a little bit of change here and just see what I can do here. Go back to assemble mode. Change a couple of these out. Get the 50% back over here. Get the lower quality part probably back over to here. We'll go here and check. We got, did not get a check mark yet, so. Maybe I had to go back and put it on the other part, but we're just going to do a bit of switching because I know the very first one wasn't garbage. So we're just going to do that and eliminate this side and make sure we put this side back together. And now we're going to go back over to the other side and ensure that we put this piece back into here. Now we got 47% was the minimum condition, so I'm pretty sure that I just put too low of a value into there, so we might just do a change from this one to this one, and we're gonna assemble that one here, and we're gonna assemble this one over here. We're gonna see if that worked. That didn't work. Oh, now we're gonna take this one off, and we're gonna take this one off. And we're going to trade the two. Put this one over here, higher value. We're going to place this other 47% down here. Here we are. Now, did this work? Yes. It did not work. Why would it work? Now we just got a little bit of playing around to do because we didn't do it in perfect condition. So, you know, I should have started out with a different order, but that's fine. We're gonna just do a little bit more playing around here and change, you know, whichever ones are in the lowest condition. So we got a 47% there. So take the 9 off here, change it with the 50, and change the 2 here. Get the 50% there, get the 9% there. We're going to have a double check at our menu, and that was a problem that I had. So, there we are. My mistake, I'm not paying attention to where I took the broken parts off. So, there we are. We're going to get the engine head cover back on. And we're going to go back and reassemble this vehicle. Get everything back together that we can. Flywheel now is what we need to replace. Alternator and rocker arm. Intake manifold. Okay, well, we got this nut and bolts back on here, and we'll go ahead and get the engine head cover back on. Nothing wrong with that, so we'll get the cover and we'll get these nuts back onto here, which are 8 nuts, and it's good. We'll get the carburetor back onto the top. We're going to have to get the cover back on and the air filter back on after, but we'll do that one step at a time. Round air filter base, round air filter cover. And there we are. We got the engine taken care of, and it's just one part of the total amassed amount of items that we have to do. We're going to raise the car back up into the air, and we get the hoist up into the air. Now we're going to have a look at the underneath, and we're going to place some parts back on here. Oil pan, what we need to replace, and we need a couple exhaust manifolds that we have to replace. We have to go buy a new one and place it onto this vehicle, and they're going to get 100% manifold, and it's going to be good for them, and they're going to be happy. Yay. Good times. Okay, so now we go over and go to the suspension, click on the oil pan, click on the flywheel. Now we had one of those that I think we had to replace that, so we had to take that back off. Gonna put the flywheel on, that's in better condition. Gonna go over to the clutch plate, gonna go over and put a clutch pressure plate on here. We're gonna put the bolts back on here that need to be replaced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts that need to be replaced. We're gonna replace the clutch release bearing. We're gonna replace the gearbox. It's the OHV style for this vehicle. Oh, bolt number 3, bolt number 4, or, oopsie. Okay, now we're going to redo our process in 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. It's good times. Now we'll get the starter back on here. We're going to ensure that we put the lowest quality part on. That doesn't need to be changed. We're going to get don't touch me noise a few times, and we're going to try to put this drive shaft back on here. And we're going to have to click on the muffler, go back to the drive shaft, and get these bolts back onto here, which don't really make any sense. We should have been able to just click on the drive shaft from where we were, but that's fine. Whatever. We have super extendable arms like that rubber guy. So we got all check marks for the engine, change the oil filter, and muffler, and general control running gear that's in the front that we have to do. So I'm going to take this oil filter off here. It's going to give me a bunch of don't touch me noises, which is perfect. And there we are. So, filter. What we need an oil filter, OHV. What we need, we have 4 different ones to choose from. Luckily, they're all color coded. And we have one of the cheapest filter. Seems like the newest styles need more money, and the older ones need less money. Yay. So they get 100% oil filter back onto their vehicle. And we're going to go ahead and lower this car back down to the ground. And we're going to go back into our engine. We're going to do a bit of work. And we'll go back to clicking on here. We're going to pour just a little bit of oil. There we go. That was $2 worth of oil. And hopefully that'll keep that engine running for a very long time. Oh, we're not done in there. We're going to go back to the engine hoist. We're going to lift it back up. And we're going to do a bit of work underneath. We're going to start their exhaust that we need to do maybe. And we also have that knuckle to take apart and replace the engine oil. We got the check mark already. Oil, change oil and drain oil and put it with new. Didn't I drain the oil? I don't know, let's re-drain it. Let's just redo it, and there we go. A tiny amount that came out of there, but that's okay. Okay, well, we're going to put this oil pan back out of the way and accidentally click on the exit. That's okay. So now we got the oil filter and everything back onto there. That's okay. We have to do the exhaust manifold from the top. I'm going to lower the car back down on the ground. And we're going to place just a little bit of oil back into the engine and see if that fixes our problem. We had just a little bit of oil. There we go. We'll put a little bit more this time because they're asking for an oil change, and that costs us $5. Change oil. They want more? You actually came here for oil? Now we're gonna give you a little bit more. So we cost $5 so far. We're gonna fill it right up. You want it full? We're gonna fill it right up. $13. So we put $18 worth of oil in into this car, and it looks we got check marks on the replace oil and filter. So we got that done properly. We got a lot of control parts, cars, loud, exhaust manifold, and we got a lot of parts to go to discover. But you can kind of see them already. We're gonna raise the car back up into the air. And we're going to go tackle that exhaust, I think. We got that rear exhaust to take care of. So we're going to click on the exhaust and take the rear exhaust pipe off. We're going to take all of this to muffler off. We're going to do a bit of clicking on the front here and click on the front and then click on the back and take the muffler off. And middle muffler is what we need. So we found the muffler issues and we got all the muffler, exhaust muffler, middle muffler, rear muffler. So we're going to go ahead and replace all of that, and they're going to get that hoist in the way. The hoist is always in the way there. We're going to walk into that a lot. We're going to go over here and type muff into the search. We got 2 of them that we need to buy. Rear muffler, we need 2 of those probably. Well, no, we need 1 of them. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to go here, replace 49%. That's above the value that we need. But I think we could just change it. So we're going to go here. You can get 49 there, and let's see. No. We're gonna go back. That's 2% there. I'm gonna put this one here. We go back to the list and have a little look there. 47% is minimum condition. We need the rear muffler, so we got that check mark off already. And we're going to go and hopefully click on the front here, the middle muffler. Need to go back to our computer. And we're just going to buy one more of those. And here we are. No, it was kind of pointless, but we're just buying one. Could never have too many. Yes, we got these middle mufflers. A lot of garbage middle mufflers. We gotta start getting rid of those in the future. So, yeah. But so we gotta give them a brand new middle muffler because we don't have any. We've had a lot of cars that came in and needed middle mufflers of the same type, and we had none in stock that were able to exchange for keeping 100%. So that's okay. Sometimes the customer needs something good. So car is loud, we got middle muffler, and we need the exhaust manifold that we need to replace in the front end still. So we're going to go ahead and lower the car back down on the ground. And there we are. So we're going to go tack this exhaust manifold. Tackle the exhaust manifold. We're going to place a higher percentage value on this side. And we're going to go replace the other percentage value on the other side. We're just doing a little swapperoo, switcheroo. We got the cars loud. We got all the check marks there, so it's good. I'm going to go over to this side, and we're going to place the garbage one onto this side. Well, all we did was change it from one side to the other and charge you a whole bunch of money. And we took apart your whole engine for no reason, but that's okay. We got some free parts out of it, and it's no big deal, right? So we don't have really many spark plugs that we've ever changed out. We just did it on the mulch, so we only have one spark plug that we changed out. Seems like the very basic first thing that you would change out on a vehicle. I'm really surprised that this game hasn't asked us to change out spark plugs or wires. It's like the beginner's thing, you know, like a spark plug. You know, cap and wires and filters and brakes. Yeah. You know, but we had two mulches where we had to tear apart the whole entire engine bay. So got car general running gear and car fuels loose, and I don't know. I think that's just two of the same issue in one, but they wanted to divide it. So you know, the rear end is going to need some work, and the front end is going to need some work. So, you know. Accessible from lifter, so this has to be in the air again, and we're just gonna put it back in the air. We're gonna tackle this back end, I think, and get this out of the way and take these plates off. And we got a couple plates laying around. We got a couple U-springs, U-bolts, and leaf springs and leaf spring plates, and I'm gonna take it all apart. I'm gonna ensure to switch one side from the other side to one side. So there we are. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Okay, perfect. There. There. Come on. Come on. There. Assemble mode. I actually had to do something on my keyboard. Okay. Now we're going to get this U-bolt, so we'll put the garbage one on the other side. We'll put this good one here. There we are. So, leaf spring U-bolt, we discovered the part and we replaced it. It looks like we didn't have to replace the plate. 47% is minimum condition. We just had the U-bolt, didn't have a plate. Look, it's the same list on two different menus. Well, I'm not too sure why it's divided up, but kind of gives you the idea that there's more to deal with than you needed to. So, looks like we just had to deal with this plate on this side. No, don't touch me. And, you know, we'll probably have to take that plate off back on the other side. See, we only have garbage ones to deal with. Oh, yeah. See, we're not going to get a check mark, but we discovered the leaf spring plate. we're going to go ahead and we're going to have to take this off. We're going to go ahead and have to give them a new one, unless I want to go apart and take the other part off. So we got the check mark there, and leaf spring U-bolt that we have to replace, and so, you know, we're getting the check marks, we're finding the parts, and we're starting to get it all discovered. So I don't know, there might be a little different of a list. It's kind of confusing that they, you know, got a lot of parts in the different lists, and yeah. See, now it's not giving us the check mark, and well, now we're gonna have to take it off and give them a nice brand new one, because that is what they came here for after all. So gonna replace this leaf spring U-bolt on this side, and we're gonna go ahead and replace this leaf spring U-bolt on this side. And come on, get that other nut in there. Let's go. Perfect. Sometimes you gotta get the perfect angle to be able to put the part back into the vehicle. So we got all the check marks there, and unless I want to play around with taking the other parts off, maybe we will, but we made $1,713 so far. So got a small rubber bushing right there that we're going to take out. I think it's the very first small rubber bushing that we've ever had. But we can probably just change it from this side and take the rubber bushing from here, if it is in good enough condition, 55%. So don't touch me. And we can go ahead and replace the terrible small rubber bushing from this side to the other side, and take the other side and push this small rubber bushing through and replace it on this side. Then we're going to go ahead and check our list. We got a list, we got the small rubber bushing, we got a check mark. So, very bottom, small rubber bushing, we got a check mark. Good job. Yay. Alright, we'll go into the computer and buy one after. We're just doing a bit of a look in here, and I'm going to have a little look and take this tire off. I'm gonna look at the brakes. Not too much I think we can do with that, but we're gonna take the brake drum off. Have a little look, probably some shoes that we're gonna do a bit of trading with if we can, and a little bit of cylinder if we can. We had a lot of cylinders that we took apart. I think we have one of these that we took also, so let's see if this is in good condition or not. We're gonna replace and just try to upgrade if we can. I'm not too sure if that did upgrade, but whatever. So, oh, drum wheel cylinder. So I guess we don't have very many of these that we can do, but we have one brake pad that we can get rid of, so it's okay. We did a little upgrade there. It's alright. We got the optional parts. We don't want to do optional part. We want to put the original part back on there. We don't want to mess up that other car too much, because we already have messed it up a lot. And there we are. So we're going to take this wheel off, and we're going to take these nuts out of here. We're going to take these bolts out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll take the brake disc off, or take the cylinder off, and we'll take the cylinder and replace it, and we'll take this off of here and we'll replace it. And we'll take the drive axle off, and we will replace it with 4 nuts. And we're going to put the cylinder off. We're going to replace that with a brake shoe. I'm going to take the brake drum. I'm going to put the wheel on. Make sure we put the right rim onto the right version of the car. There. Yeah, so we're going to get this rim back onto here. And there we are. There we are. Okay. We got the rim on. And there we are. Alrighty, so looks like we're doing pretty good progress on this vehicle so far. Little check marks. We got a couple parts not discovered. And well, maybe a few, like 5, but you know, I see what has to be done on here already, and there's a few parts there, so alright. You know, there's gotta take the tire off and gotta take everything apart. So we'll take the 5 bolts that we need to take off of here. And take the brake disc and the brake caliper and the brake pads off. Tie rod and the outer tie rod and all of these beautiful parts here. And here we are. Brake pads, brake caliper. Got everything apart. We'll take this knuckle off of here, so we're gonna take all of the parts off. So we're doing a pretty good job. Got the front sway bar off. Link, front sway link off. It's attached to the lower control arm here, and we got the front knuckle here. And okay, we got one more part that's not discovered on there, and 2 more parts that are not discovered on there. So it's all right, not bad, but you know, we'll have a bit more to do. Sway bar is not in bad condition, but probably not better than what we have already. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave that and deal with the rest. And we got this front steering knuckle that we're gonna do. And I'm going to take this other tire off. And we'll remove this other tire. We'll remove the other caliper. Don't touch me. And we'll remove the other brake. And we'll remove the other disc. And we'll remove the other wheel hub cap and the other wheel hub. I'm going to remove all of the sway link and the lower control arm that we need to remove. So we need to remove the upper suspension arm first. Now we need to remove the rear shock absorber cap and the suspension. And now we need to remove the lower control arm. Okay, now we're going to take this front inner tie rod off, and we're going to take the outer tie rod off, and we're going to take the knuckle off of this side, and it looks like the knuckle is 54% on this side, so I might be able to do a switch, might not, but we are going to go back and take this off, and we are going to go back and replace it with something else momentarily. There we are. Now we're gonna just gonna go back to assemble mode now, and we're gonna get that front steering knuckle B back on here. And we're gonna get that front wheel hub back on here, and we're gonna go ahead and get the other side started. That way we can get this front knuckle B onto here. 47% is the minimum condition that we needed. We'll go down to the general running gear, front steering knuckle B, and we got a check mark on there. We still have one control part that's not done. But we inner tie rod, outer tie rod, front sway link. That's what we need to do. So we got a few parts discovered. We have one part that is not discovered. Sure, it's probably just a bushing right there. Yeah, looks like that bushing needs to be done. We'll take that bushing out, and we'll try to replace it with the other one that's just opposing from it. We'll see. 28% of the rubber bushing that we have discovered, and it looks like we have everything that we need to be discovered. So the discoveries are discovered, and the discovered is the discoveries, and we're going to take the rubber duckies out of the rubber bushings. And we get these in here, and we're going to put the rubber bushing back in. We're going to ensure that we get a lower quality, low standards in back into here. And maybe we'll go and do this other rubber bushing over here to ensure that we can upgrade that other rubber bushing, that we have a lower quality part of the rubber bushing. I think we have 28% for the other one. Yeah, 28% of what we have. And now that leaves us with the lowest standard of 48%, of which we're going to put back into this other rubber bushing area, because we only need 47% to pass this little checkmark doohickey style don't touch me stuff that we have going on. So 48%, that is in the acceptable condition that we need. Now we're going to go replace it, go to our list, and it's all checked off, so we don't have to worry about that. All we have to worry about is that one part that's not discovered anymore, because we know that we have the list that has one part, so we don't even have to go and check the list. We see that we have all green, except for one little area. So we're going to have to go back and start replacing all of this now, and ensure that we get the right parts on there. Still a couple things missing, but you know, maybe I can do this. I don't know. Still taking way too much from this vehicle, but whatever. We're gonna have this vehicle for a little bit. We're gonna do a bit of playing around. We spent that money on this vehicle, so we're gonna get as much as we can out of this one vehicle, and just kind of see what we can do. I think I did have to replace the tie rod on anyways, but okay. So we're gonna do the tie rods here, and we're gonna get the front spring here, and we're gonna go ahead and get the front shock absorber cap onto here, and we're gonna get the front sway end link onto here, sway bar front end link onto this magical place, and it'll be fun. Okay. Now, we're going to go through all this. Everything's checked off there. Inner tie rod, sway. Well, yeah, we found the rubber bushing, so we got that checked off, and you know, we don't have to worry too much. We're just going through the motions right now. So we're going to take this off. We're going to replace it with the lowest quality one, and ensure that we still have a check mark on our list here once we go through and replace on this side. And yeah, hopefully this vehicle is gonna let us kick it out of the garage too. But that other vehicle is definitely gonna need some upgrades to it. So that's okay. That's okay. You know, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna get it done. That's all right. Okay, gonna get this sway link onto here. And we're going to go ahead and get the shock back on there. So we got a little bit more checked off on our list. We only need the outer tie rod and inner tie rod now that we need to replace. We're going to go ahead and replace this one. 49% is the minimum, the 47%, so 48% is the minimum condition, so 49% is in acceptable range. So now we need to go over to the proper side and replace the outer tie rod and replace the inner tie rod with at least well, this is going to get a 92%, and this one here is going to get a 49%. So there we are. Now we got check mark on every single thing. This vehicle is now complete. We've now torn apart every single nut and bolt on this vehicle that we possibly could underneath the vehicle, except for maybe, you know, like the suspension area, and I don't really feel like tearing that apart because we could tear every single thing apart, I think. So we're not gonna play around with that right now. We're just gonna do what we have to, and what we have to is upgrade the garbage parts. So we're doing what we're doing. We're getting away with it. Nobody's complaining. We don't have any reports filed yet. No lawsuits. We're good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of zooming in. My cat's here cleaning my hand. She's about to lay down in my hand. She loves to sleep in my hand. There we go. We're going to get this wheel back onto here and place these 5 bolts that need to be replaced. And yeah, and we're going to walk over to this side. And we're going to walk over here. And we're going to walk and stop walking. Because now we need to do a bit of arm stretching with our little rubber arms that we have that stretch forever. Okay, we're going to put the upper suspension arm back in here. We're going to put our nut here, and we're going to put 2 bolts back onto the back on the far side, now on this closer side. And we're going to replace our front wheel hub. We're going to put the 3 nuts that need to be on the back of the wheel hub. And we need to place the brake disc ventilated onto here. I'm going to replace the brake pads onto here. and it'll be a good time. Now we're going to put the caliper on next. We're going to put the caliper with the 53% onto it, with the 2 nuts at the very back on the vine. We're going to start and get this center cap in after, and wheel hubcap. Now we're going to get the wheel on with the proper rim classic on there. We're not going to trade parts. We're not going to trade rims, because that's going to completely destroy our chances of ever repairing that car that we have so badly torn apart. But look at all this $2,650 that we have earned. We spent $1,326 on $661 for a bonus, and yay. Gonna lower it down on the hoist and make it go down. Now we're gonna go over here to our handy dandy friendly computer. It's a trendy computer, and it has a telephone next to it. And we're gonna save, because we should always save when we're doing all these video games. Make sure you save your video game, because when it crashes, oh, that's a lot of parts. At least this gives us a little list, but oh boy, air filter, belt tensioner, fuel filter. Filters need replace timing, fix any timing, fix any steering issues that are required in there, because it's going to need the front. Hello? Nobody. It's going to need the front end work, and we're going to do some battery trading here and kind of see what condition these batteries are in, and maybe I'll try to upgrade this battery here. We got this garbage battery in here. We've done so many negative things to this vehicle, so we might as well try to give it a better condition battery in here. So give you a 55% battery, because that'll solve all of our problems. Then we're going to go back to you. We're going to give you a garbage battery, hope, 15%. And now we're going to go back over to you and give you, we'll go back over to you and give you this one, and we'll go back over to you, and we'll give you the garbage battery. How does that sound? Perfect. Okay. Now we got a lot of work to do on this engine. We have a lot of parts that need to be discovered, and a lot of poor brake performance, and a lot of gearbox issues that we're going to have to take apart. So this car is going to be a nice parts car that we're going to be able to interchange parts out of in the future. It's going to be good. So there we are. So it looks like we have everything together on this other black vehicle that we've been working on. Or dark red. It kind of looks like my, I don't know, kind of dark brown. Still a nice vehicle. I prefer it to be in a nice kind of solid black with a metallic metal flake in it. Very nice. Okay, alternator. We're going to go through the list, and it's going to be a little bit of walking back and forth. I'm just going to ramble on about all the parts that we're going to buy, because we already saved it for the end. We got the rocker arms that we have worked on and fixed. We're going to buy a few of those. Ensure that we have some, because it looks like we're going to have to do these. We already bought the camshaft, but we might just buy another one, because why not? The rocker arm, the flywheel, and everything. So I might just go through and, double purchase some of this stuff, because we're going to use it anyways, so it doesn't matter. We did buy this. We're not going to buy a flywheel. It doesn't matter if we're out the $500, because we're going to make it all back. Spent a lot of money in this video. We had about 17,000 when we started, and now we're down to 3,800. Now we're going to go through and buy some of this beautiful stuff. So leaf spring and front steering knuckle, rubber bushing, small rubber bushing, inner tie rod, leaf spring, outer tie rod, sway bar, front end link being B is what we need. So we're going to do a lot of walking back and forth, because when I recorded this, it was about 4 a.m. and I just rescued a cat from the tree and was not awake. So, if you do stay to the end, I appreciate it. If not, thank you very much for watching today's episode. But there is probably some more time, because I'm going to explain what we're going to do in the next video after I ramble on about all these parts that I'm going to buy. So, we did a pretty good job of being a pretty greasy mechanic. We upgraded our level. We just swapped things from one side to the other. And we're going to play that game of, wow, really? What do you mean? Have you ever had that when you went to the mechanic? All of a sudden now the other side's acting up. And the one side isn't quite fixed, but it feels better. Maybe that's what happened. 47%. We made bonus for completing job, 663. Bonus for completing task, 661, for a total of 2,300. So we did pretty good on that one, but we didn't quite make. I'd love to make like 10 grand on that job. It would be nice. Be awesome if I could just kind of bid on my own labor. But yeah, I'm gonna charge you about 7,000 in labor and 15,000 in parts, and then maybe they'd come back at like 8,000, and I'd be like, no, yeah, 12,000. Sit there, go back and forth. But meanwhile, this video game only wants to pay me 2,600 for what I've done to these beautiful cars. I've done all this work. I'm gonna pick this one up on a hoist, and we're gonna lift it up, this one up in the hoist, and we're gonna have a look and check all the check marks. We still have to spray it to the proper thing, but everything has been done. The exhaust has been done, and gonna have a look back here. Probably a sway link we can trade out, and we're just gonna totally torment this vehicle and see. We're gonna have a lot of fixing to do after, but that's fine. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and replace the garbage links on the rear end. And we're gonna go ahead and place this rim back on to the rear end. Now it is on to the car. And it's looking good. That other car is looking good. Now we're gonna go back to this vehicle. We're gonna go take the rim off, and there we are. We're gonna take this front sway link onto here. That's kind of what I meant by we had a little bit more to go on in this video. So kind of a intro about what we're gonna do to the next video, but this is a lot of work for maybe no reason. Here we are. So we got the rim back onto the car, and we're gonna get this assembled. Maybe we're gonna go back over to this vehicle. We're gonna close the hood, and we are going to just finish the job. Well, car is complete, missing clip B. What we should have done is complete the other vehicle first, and then send this car out. But we're gonna send this car out and just kind of see what we end up with after. It's a clip for these distributor cap that I forgot before. It comes in to bite us. And now we're going to close the hood, and we're going to send it out. $2,650 in our pocket. Now we're up to $6,384. Going to put this car onto the right lifter. Lifter is not ready. Now we're going to put this car into the right lifter. Lifter is ready. There we are. Now we're going to lift this car up into the air, and we're going to have a look underneath the car, and we're going to have a tiny little peek at what we can trade out, because we can do a little bit of trading in this vehicle, and we can do a little bit of swapping in this vehicle. So we might as well start it now. We're going to do a bit of assembly mode here. Nope, examine mode first. Now we're going to go back to assembly mode. We're going to place this rear mufflers onto here. Apparently I didn't go buy one from the other vehicle. Now we're going to put the exhaust onto here. Take that muffler off. We're going to place one muffler onto there. And we're going to place this exhaust pipe onto here. And we're going to take this off. We're going to take this middle muffler off. We're going to get the don't touch me noise. We're going to take both middle mufflers off. We're going to replace them with these two middle mufflers here. And there we are. Going to remove this catalytic converter. And we're going to replace this catalytic converter with more of these garbage catalytic converters that we have laying around. So we're going to ensure that we have the best quality catalytic converters in our stock. We're going to remove this exhaust pipe in the very front. We're going to replace it with the lowest quality exhaust pipe that we have laying around, but I was pretty confident that we didn't have any, but here we are. So there's a bit of stuff disposed onto this vehicle. We're gonna lower this vehicle back down on the ground, and we're gonna check out the engine now. And that's been, you know, quite the pleasure having a video with everyone today. And I hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe, drink something, eat some food, and take care of yourself. Thank you for tuning into Angry Yarns Chop Shop Simulator. We're Grease Mechanic level 4, and we're doing a good job. Thank you very much.